You know why? Because Diddy got exposed the way he did, but you haven't got exposed for everything you did.
I was on the phone with me
it got so bad the friends had to secretly call the police just to check on Carmen's well-being. That's crazy. Crazy.
Like, this is his assistant, but I saw everything on.
Really try for y'all, you know?
Give me your hand. It might have guns or something like that. Nobody knows that. Okay.
I miss who I used to be. Why would you put a gun out on me, whether the gun was loaded or not? He started cheating the moment I got pregnant with CJ.
Oh,
That's
wow.
where the cheating started from. Cheers to being able to stay stronger. It's stronger than ever, really.
Okay, I'll cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to that.
A person would take another person's phone for days. Corey would take Carmen's phone for days. So is that not a sense of control, huh? Oh.
So why not do something about it?
To control.
Right.
So I did call a friend of mine that I knew was gonna be safe, and I knew that they, you know, they understood the situation and they wouldn't go in there like, what's going on in here? Like he said, I made sure to tell them, like, be kind when you get on set, you know, we just wanna make sure she's okay. Because you wasn't answering the phone, I think for 3 days. You didn't answer the phone.
If I'm not mistaken, he had took my phone during that time, because he literally left me a whole day with no phone. Yeah, so it was during that time when you was looking for me.
Yeah.
My friend was looking for me. They were just calling me, and then you know how you have certain people they know, like, okay, this is not normal.
Yeah.
Let me really just check or see, like, what's going on.
Yeah, it wasn't normal. And like I said, I personally didn't know at that moment that you had been going through abusive situations. I didn't know. And it was the friend that passed away. Tay.
She took a lot of stuff to the grave with her.
She did. Tay was the one that called and said that there's something wrong. And it was actually me as well, and me and Ebony.
So this whole time.
Yes. Like, we be protecting you and you don't even be knowing. We were like, shh, she don't gotta know it's us.
Yeah.
Like, for real, girl. Like, it be so funny. Like,
I told Evan, I think Tay was the one who called the police and sent the police home.
no, so Tay said she was gonna go up there. We're like, girl, you don't go up there with no man that could
she's
possibly
pregnant.
be on you, or that could possibly, and we're not saying that he was gonna do that, but you just don't know where people's mindsets are.
So this girl was forced to leave her house multiple times at night with her kids, even at points in times with her mother, due to the fact is just to get away from the situation. Wait a minute, that's crazy.
And we was like, listen, just make
Me knowing that my kids need a male figure in their life, then why am I gonna go and try to, you know, let me give them a stepdaddy just because they need that male figure? So it was like, no, I'm not dating nobody. I'm not getting in a relationship with nobody. So it's like, let me go back and see, like, try it. Just try it. Give it your last. Like, this is your last straw that you could possibly ever even have.
Did he ever want y'all to do like any type of counseling or like?
No, he never brought any of that stuff up. That man just wanted to make a video for YouTube on our main YouTube channel and let everybody know, like, yeah, we young and we these and we're gonna work it out. We're gonna try it. And I never did it because it was like, that's not what.
But
I'm
it don't
here for.
matter if you young. Like, don't nobody want to go around this world being hurt, talking about, and then the man, the one that's always getting pleasure.
Yeah,
Not gonna do all that.
That's one of the reasons that made me feel like you still the same social media person.
Ew.
You get on live every chance you get.
Ew.
You let the people know who you with every chance you get.
Ew.
Such a turn off.
Ew.
Such a turn off.
I don't even like a man that acts.
You know,
like
so,
a man that be like acting. I be like, oh, he probably be lying in real life. Like, I don't even like a man to do too many selfies. Like, I just feel like that's like female stuff. Like,
Like,
man,
you're
that
only
could like
human.
just
Like,
ain't nobody got
and at
time
some
to be
point when you
protecting no
fed up,
grown
you
ass
just fed
man.
the fuck
Like,
up. You know, like,
no.
I feel like from the moment we broke up to
like
here,
battle after battle.
yes, and I just kept giving him sympathy, like, okay, I ain't gonna do you like that, I ain't gonna do you like that, I ain't gonna do you like that.
No.
But now too, I want people, for one, because I am a woman and I have a lot of woman supporters.
Yeah.
I want women to feel like like a woman empowerment. You know, that's why I'm not ashamed to showcase it or to speak about some stuff, because I know I was dumb at some point. I know I was stupid. I know I was.
So what?
You know
Everybody
goes
is.
through that. The only difference with me is that I'm a public figure.
Yeah.
And my life is publicized the way it is.
Yep.
And the same girls that be commenting on there saying this, saying that, is the same girls. They go through the exact same thing that I went through, or probably worse.
It's
But
just not on camera.
It's just not on camera, and people don't know them, so they don't know y'all situation.
Talking about we canceling you, we canceling this. Well, girl, you would have been canceled 10 times if we would have known your story out loud. Like, honestly, a lot of these women that's talking about we canceling, and then you got some that's saying we cancel because they really following your footsteps. They want to do what you're doing. They don't know how to guide themselves through it, so they're using you as a guideline. Like, oh, well, Carmen did it this way. Well, dang, she went back to him. I got to go back to mine. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I feel like I'm a good example of let them know, like, you don't need no man. Like, you can depend on yourself only. Like, you don't have to depend on no man to make this happen, to make that happen, to reach your goals. Because obviously, it's a thing in between couples that goals are not the same. Like, you have your own goals, I have my own goals. They don't have to be
the same.
And sometimes we don't meet in the middle.
And you're not somebody's property. They don't own you.
Yeah.
Because I felt like there was a lot of vibe of like dictatorship and ownership over you. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, and you know what? When he finally spoke about my situation publicly, that's how he made me feel. Like, damn, this whole time you felt powerful.
Like publicly, because
you felt powerful to feel like
it was
I got
hard to see Corey, and I'm not trying to talk down on anybody. This is just facts. It was hard to see Corey try to make it like we were your enemies. And try to make it like, you know, I seen Ebony work with you before I even knew you. See, I've been knowing Ebony for 20 years almost. I've been knowing Ebony, it's about 18 years now. I've been knowing Ebony for a long time. And when Ebony started working with you, I seen a lot of unconditional things that she did with you. But I also remember telling Ebony, Carmen has been loyal to you as well. Although you will disappear, although you will do things that's a little shady that I didn't like, because I'm like, where Carmen at? Like, no. Like, we are friends. We're like a sisterhood. Like, when I would see those things, I would have to remind myself that nobody's perfect. But not only that, I have to remind myself like how much that she loves you, how much I love you, and it's so unconditional. Like, I remember when we did Carmen's boot camp, we didn't know each other before that. We just instantly connected. We instantly vibed, and you was like, we was trying to look for somebody else to do that role, and it was like we couldn't find. You was like, no, I want her. I want her, please. And I remember being there supporting you, tit for tat. The stuff you would do in real life, he would tat you on internet. You would do the tit in real life, like, you know, I'm gonna protect myself and do. Matter of fact, what happened with the lawyer situation, girl? Because they keep on calling me, telling me your paperwork is ready and that you good to go, girl.
Nah, I talked to them already. They said I got proof.
People don't even know, bitch. People don't even know, bitch. Listen, when we called that lawyer afterwards and we was telling the lawyer, we was like, listen, you need to get her paperwork done. And they said Corey would not respond to the text messages and emails. You remember we went to your lawyers and we was asking what the process was. You was scared. I was like, nuh-uh, let me talk.
I remember. Oh my God, yes.
And I said, no. What's going on with her paperwork? We sick of this being held over her head. Y'all got paid, blah, blah, blah. And they said that Corey wasn't responding to the emails, and they would not proceed without him doing whatever, and he never would do it. So that was the whole process of your paperwork, because people think when you're married, you're already considered like illegally here, but there's a process you have to go through. So what happened was we went and got a lawyer. Me and Ebony was like, F that. Come on, let's go. We finna go get her a lawyer ourselves. You didn't even know. We called the lawyer, blah, 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 and then we called you and was like, this is what we doing. This is the game plan. And then I remember somebody said something, and I said, nah, when you messing with rich bitches, we gonna make sure our friend got a lawyer. And we went ahead and got that damn lawyer, baby. And when he was talking all that mess about you being illegal, we called the lawyer and was like, hey, do she need to hide out? Hey, do she need to take the baby somewhere? Hey, and the lawyer said, no, she don't need to do all of that. She good. She can legally be here because she's in the process and this and that, blah, blah, blah. They gave us all the reasons why, all the paperwork. And I was just so happy for that day because, again, it showed me too as a friend, like who I have on my side, and it showed me like how unselfish I am too, like in that moment, because this is nothing, you didn't ask for this. You didn't say, hey y'all, can y'all, like most of the stuff that we do for you and our other friends, and the things that I see you do for people too, we're just the type of women that we don't really ask, we just do. Like we see somebody in need and we're like, do it.
We're just gonna help, yeah.
Do it. Like there's nothing involved. Like it's not like, hey, you gotta pay to get this done, blah, blah, blah. Like you do stuff, I just naturally repost it. Like I'm just naturally gonna support you, and you do it too. Ebony does it too. Like I feel like there's not enough of that in the world. And it's like what people do is they try their best to use their opportunities or their connections against you to try to control you. And one thing I've always said is that anything I do out of the kindness of my heart is from the kindness of my heart, but anything I do what God tells me to do.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tay with the T, and you know you about to get these sips from me, honey, right? Now let's get the sipping. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about Carmen and Corey. I know you seen the video drop on the It's All About Carmen channel, right? About 2 days ago, couple of days ago or whatever, right? So this is basically the second part to the first part of her coming out after her dropping the song. Basically, she let us in and let us know a little bit more about what's been going on. Now, for me, I think it was going to be a drop, but being that Corey consistently decided to keep talking and a person kept warning them, like, listen, if we could just go our separate ways quietly, that would be a great thing. But being that Corey had to demand the attention, now, okay, this is what attention will get you, right? So in part 2 of Carmen coming through and letting us know what's been taking place, through all the years of what her and Corey been basically dealing with. And I say dealing with because when you in a relationship, is this side and is that side. We were not in their home to know the actual truth of either side. Let me put that out there. But from what it is that has been displayed and what's been put out there for us to go off of, you can kind of sum up basically what actually was taking place, okay? We thought that it was just cheating. We never thought that it was a situation where there was also right? So with that being said, it could have been on the accounts of both people, both cases, because Carmen even said it was times that she got upset and it was times that she was in or put in situations where she was enraged. It was points in times where she was drinking and smoking excessively just due to the factors of what her everyday life would be. You bringing women into this woman's home where you and her live. This is not your girlfriend. This is the wife and the mother of your kids. Now, let's get to that. When you have someone that's willing to engage in the things that you may like, right? We adults here, right? So you know what it is that I'm talking about. No need to get all into details. But sometimes people engage in things when they're being sexually active that may include another person, which they call it what? A threesome, right? So if you're engaging in a threesome and you're getting to have fun with your wife, and you deciding to go outside of the situation and still create other situations, and it becomes a problem with your wife, that's the part where, secondly, right, you put your wife out to bring the next female in immediately. It wasn't no time in between, so these were shots definitely being thrown at another person in their own home. A person was made to have to deal with a person that was labeled as a assistant, right? But we know the assistant wasn't assisting anything other than the thing that was in between Corey's legs, right? So as a person that is in a situation, are you going to agree with that? I would have to say no. What we do on fun days and how we live every day is two different things. Keep the fun days, and the everydays, the everydays. Do not try to intertwine them and make them a all the time thing. Now, let's get into the factors of the disrespect. You was basically trying to sleep or did sleep with this female's, Carmen, your wife, best friend. The cheating started immediately as soon as she got pregnant. So it's not something that came further down the line. It came as soon as this girl became, So with that being said, even down the factors of the fun days, some of those days was probably made just to make another person happy. Maybe these things was being done because it feel like, hey, if I can be in control of some of the actions, then maybe it won't be so bad, right? It still was bad. Down to the factors of bad to the point that this girl was having to leave her house, their house, right? At 1 a.m. in the morning at on different occasions with her kids, bags and everything to go to different friends' house. It's not like it was one friend. It was multiple friends, to the point that the friends felt the need to secretly call the police for a wellness check, baby, because at one point in time they had got into a situation and Corey took Carmen's phone and people hadn't heard from her for days. Now, we all go through things where we go through times where we just don't want to talk to nobody, right? We all know about that, or we've all been at that point. But when you have certain friends or certain people that you communicate with, they can tell when something ain't what it is. You understand what I mean? So that gave them the mind state to say, you know what? Let's have this person go over there and check, being that she's not answering us, just to make sure that everything is okay. Now, mind you, they spoke of a friend, right? They spoke of a friend named Tay, R.I.P., because they said that she passed away, right? And this was Carmen's friend at one point in time. And one thing that she said on that couch that you always got to respect people for is that anything that Carmen told that girl or that she went through, she took that to her grave, because it was many of things that she could have exposed that she never did. Now, let's get into the factors of the name Ebony and the other person that Corey keeps finding the need to mention. And this is because they the one who basically helped Carmen on her mission of getting out of the situation. You never going to like the people that's going to change the factors of you having control. You threw up the factors of a person being illegal and couldn't do nothing on their own. You took their channel, you took your channel, and you took the channel that y'all had together. So your whole thing is you tried to make sure a person had no means to stand on. But through it all, a person still found the way to get an outlet to stand on their own 2 feet, baby. And friends will definitely be friends in situations that you least expect, because they was the reason that she was able to actually get or become able to be here or stay here in the factors or the process of all of that going on. It's on some, no, don't worry, we're gonna get your paperwork, sis. You're gonna be able to stay here. I guarantee that. Even while he was online telling everybody that she was illegal, they was behind the lines talking to the lawyer like, listen, in the case of anything, do we need to hide her? Like, what's going on with the paperwork? So the lawyer was like, nah, she good. And the fact is that she's in the process of making herself good gives her even more rights to still be here. She's no longer here illegally. She's here going through the process, baby. I know that grinded his gears when he heard that. I know that really pissed him off. That's why he keeps saying it's a money run. But let's get into the factors of that, because that's really starting to grind my gears, right? All money is not good money, right? So I don't know why people think that people put themselves in uncomfortable positions just for a couple of dollars. Everybody's not willing to do that. Some are, but some really are not. And with the situation being the way that it is, this person had already touched millions. It wasn't the fact of that. It was the factors of trying to hold something together that was basically at some point falling apart. And money doesn't cover the pain and suffering that comes with certain situations. Let me explain it like this, right? Even in a car accident, right? You get hit, you get hurt, you may get broke the hell up, right? They gonna give you some change possibly for, your pain and suffering, which is called compensation, right? But does the compensation or any amount of money that you get take away from the factors of your ass being hit? No, you will still always remember being hit by that car. No matter how much money you made off of the situation doesn't change where the money came from. Even the factors of you being rich. You would say, okay, well, I'm rich because of this. That's not some cool shit. It's not. Some people lose their lives in situation like this, male or female. Domestic violence is never good. So to mock situations where domestic violence took place, it's not really a judgmental thing. It's the factors of just having an opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, but even sometimes opinions should have certain limits. Don't disrespect a person in the factors of them telling their story. A person's story is their story, and it's not up to other people to tell it. Now, you can have an opinion about the story that you are hearing, but still remain respectful in the factors of the opinion that you are given by far. People think everything is all about money. Money. That's why they say money is the root to all evil, baby. I ain't see no money on that cover, but I did see a black eye. Okay, and this is not the first picture, this is the second picture. That means it was two different incidents, okay, where something occurred where a person left with bruises on her. The first case was the face, all right? The second case was the eye. Now, I don't know if these was insurance claims that a person was building up on, but I don't think within that moment of them dealing with them scars that they was thinking about collecting any dollars by far. I think they was trying to figure out how or what is going to make this come to an end. And now we here today. So when people receive compensation for something that they went through, it still does not change the factors that they went through it. Okay? You may be able to live a lot more comfortable now, but that does not change. But if you was already living a certain type of way, then what is it changing? People always bringing up the factors, even down to the factors of Cassie with Diddy. We seen this man run down the hall like a raging bull and kick a female that was possibly about 90 to 120 pounds all in her ribs. You think that was for the dollar and the cents? People gotta get real, a lot. People got to get a lot better with it, all right? Anyway, this is your girl, Tay. Tay with the T. You know you're going to get these sips from me. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep your girl alive. If you are not a subscriber, please become a subscriber, friend. Hit the button. What are you waiting for? If you did not get a membership yet, make sure you go to my main page and hit that join button, baby. Okay? And I also have a second page. My second page is T with Tay. So get on over there and also subscribe, baby. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you always know when your girl drops something new. Anyway, this is your girl Tay, and I am out.
I gotta tell you.